Think of a time you saw a rich tech boss on the news and took his life tip as pure gold, even if he has no clue who you are. He has so much cash, so your brain does a sly trick and says this man is a god who holds the one true key to all of your hopes. But what if I tell you this glitch in your mind robs you of joy and keeps you stuck in a loop of bad bets that ruin your own life? The truth is that guys in nice suits do not care if we eat or starve, yet we bow to them due to a deep bug in how we think. I break down one big mind bug a week, so if you want to win at life and keep your cash safe, then hit sub and ring the bell now. Let us look at a guy who made a ton of gold on the web and now tells you how to run a mile and eat raw eggs at dawn. You try it and fail and feel so bad, but you fail to see his huge pile of cash did not come from his gym time or his odd diet. He just got in on a boom app, but your brain links his fat bank sum to all he does and says he must be right in all he tries. We call this the halo effect, and it is why a good trade in one zone makes us blind to bad facts in a huge list of all the rest. A man by the name of Ed Thorndike found this out way back in the year 1920 when he did a test on army men. He saw that if a man was tall and fit, his boss would just rate him as a smart and loyal guy, even if he was dull as a rock. The good look cast a halo of pure light that hid all the bad traits. And we do the exact same thing when we see a big pile of cash. Our brain likes an easy path, so when we see a guy with a ton of gold, we just feel his whole life is a pure work of grand art. We do not want to use up our own mind fuel to check if he is a good dad, or a nice guy, or even a sane man at all. This lazy path is what men in white coats call a fast mental map that kept us safe from harm in the old days of the cave life long ago. But in our new age of fast apps and slick ads, this same old map is what leads a smart guy like you to make a very dumb, bad bet. Let me show you a prime case of how this works in the real world when a guy in a gray tee gets on a stage to sell a phone. He has a calm voice and he makes a cool tool, so a part of your mind just snaps to the view that he has to be a good soul. You do not stop to think he might pay his staff dirt-low wages, or that he may lie a lot, as his cool tech is a big halo of pure trust. This is the very thing that makes you blind to red flags in your day-to-day life, and it is a huge tax on your peace of mind too. You may date a guy just as he has a nice smile and a cool car, and you miss the grim fact that he is a huge jerk to you at home. Or you may stay in a job for a boss who gives a neat pep talk but pays you far less than what a fair man in town would pay. We love to trust a bold talker with a bit of flash, as it saves us the hard work to dig deep and find the bare truth of the tale. Before I get to the most wild part, and trust me, this one will blow your mind, let us dive into how big firms use this to take your pay. Firms have known this for a long time, which is why they pay a rich film star a ton to tell you to buy a car or a new watch. The star has no real skill at all to build a car, but his fame acts as a halo that makes you feel safe to part with your hard cash. Think of the last time you bought a dumb item just as a cool guy on an ad told you to do it, and I want you to feel it now. You gave up a big chunk of your rent sum for a fad, just as your mind told you the cool guy is a pro, so you must be safe. A guy on a coin app who is a total fraud can make off with $5,000 of your cash, just as he put on a nice suit to look rich. Your brain is set to look for cues of high rank to save time, but in our loud tech era, this old map leads you off a cliff very fast. Stay with me now for the next 2 minutes, as what I show you here is the dark twist that will shift how you view the rich till you die. The rich guy who tells you to put your last dime in his new coin is not on your team, and he has a net to catch him if he falls. You do not have a net at all, so if his tip is a dud, you are the one out on the cold street as he sips tea in his jet. This is the big trap, as his risk is near zero, but your risk is all you own, and he will not shed a tear if you miss a meal. But here is a neat fact that guys in lab coats found out when they dug deep in the data, and it is a pure shock to see for real. You can break this spell if you take one step back and ask if this rich dude has a real skill in the one task you need help with now. If a tech boss tells you how to code, you can trust him, but if he gives you a diet plan, you must run far away, very fast for sure. You put a wall in your head to stop the halo of cash from a spill to the rest of the man, so you see him for what he is. And here is the thing: you can fix this day by day if you stop to vet the facts on your own and rely on real pros for big steps. The wild fact is that guys who get rich very fast do so as they put all of their time in just one game and they skip all the rest. So when they tell you how to sleep or how to eat, they are no more a pro than the guy who cuts your hair at the local mall shop. You let a guy rule your life just as he hit the lotto in a code boom, and that is a very bad way for a smart man to try to win. This one raw truth is what frees you from the trap of the loud stars you see on the web and gives you back all of your own power now. When you strip the halo away, you are left with just a man who has flaws like you and me and who is bound to fail big on a bad day. You do not need a guru in a suit to show you the path to a good life when you hold all the right tools in your own two hands now. Your brain did not evolve to deal with a man who has a fan base of 10 mil kids who hang on his word and cheer his bad hot takes. So you have to build a new set of rules in your head to filter out the noise and to block the fake light of a gold halo on pure sight. Ask if the guy has skin in the game or if he gets to walk off rich, even if you do what he says and you end up flat broke. If he wins no matter what you lose, then he is not a sage, but a shark who uses your good faith to pad his own nest egg a bit more. So let us pull this all into a neat box so you do not ever fall prey to this bad trap when you see a man of high rank on TV. The halo effect is the mind glitch that lets a good look or a fat bank book blind you to the dark flaws a man hides in the back room all day. Firms have used it for a long age to make you buy bad gear from a star who is just paid to smile and wave at a lens all day long for cash. And the rich men on the web will toss out a wild tip for fun, but they do not pay the price when you go broke and lose it all in one bad bet. This is the cold, hard truth of our fast world, and it is up to you to guard your own mind from the guys who sell fake hope to a sad crowd each day. The guys in suits are out for blood and gold, so you must keep a sharp eye and test all you hear with a cold mind and a hard look at the bare math. Share this clip with one good pal who falls for rich guy hype, as a deep talk on this can change how they see the whole world from now on out. One chat on this core flaw can save them a ton of pain and a lot of cash. So send a link to them and help wake them up to the real facts. If you want to stay in the loop and learn more on how to beat the bad bugs in your brain, then sub and hit the bell for more tips next week. I put out one new clip on a wild mind bug each week, so join me on the path to a sharp and free mind as you take your power back now. See you on the next one. Until then, keep a cold eye out for the guys in nice suits who want to play a sly trick on your poor brain.